Lifetalk. Okay, so did you guys make any assumptions that you want to share, like that you didn't, and that you realized?
Well, I thought all this stuff was normal size, and then it turned out it wasn't.
Yeah. All right. So can we have 3 team volunteers? Can we have all the advisors to come up, please?
All right, so who's ready to be the next contestant on Don't Make an Ass Out of You and Me?
Wow.
In this game, we will read off a statement, and you will hold up the face. Sorry, I was getting those real quick. Of which advisor you think it was who said it. But don't hold up your sign until I ask you to. So let's begin.
All right. So this question is for you. All right. Okay, so when I was 10 years old, I learned how to ride a bike. Not because I didn't have a bike, but because I was too afraid to ride it without training wheels. I can ride without training wheels now, but I'm still uncomfortable. When I was at the beach with friends, they talked me into renting a bike, and so I did, and then I ran into a bridge. What do you think made this? All right, good job. Well,
all right, so why did you assume it was that advisor? Why did you assume it was Kelsey?
Will the real advisor please step forward?
What was it like for you when she didn't assume that it was you?
I think I felt better because being the dance instructor, I thought I want them all to think I'm coordinated. So I was like, oh yes, Cassie can't ride a bike. I'm not good at riding a bike.
All right, so our next statement is for you. You ready?
Sure.
This statement is, I'm scared of all bugs. So when you're ready, please hold up the face of the advisor you think it was. So why do you think it's Anna?
I don't know, it just seemed like a very, something she'd say, just short to the point. It made me laugh.
How does it feel?
How does that feel that she thinks you're afraid of all bugs?
Well, I mean, it's a little like, oh, she's so scared that. So that's how I feel. I feel like it's scary.
Will the real advisor please step forward?
How did that feel for you?
I felt great today. You guys think so highly of me that but I don't like any bugs, so if you're going to creep me out, I know this is Halloween and everybody plays jokes on me at work, so it's pretty defensive, just saying.
All right, and the last statement is for you. When I was a kid, I went to space camp. All right.
I don't know, that seems like the thing that Anna would like to, I don't know, I could see you like space time.
I'd love to go to space. I mean, I'm flattered that you think that I am smart enough to go to space. I'd love to go to space if I haven't already gone to space.
Will the real advisor please step forward?
It was awesome. I got to be the captain of the ship, and I was the first black man on Mars.
All right. to share about watching this go on? Sadie?
Well, nobody really got it right. Like, you know, like I feel like our assumptions about people aren't right one or the other. You know.
In the second part of the video, like, you assume everything's just how it seems, but really in reality, like, you know, like, I would have never thought that Alfie was, like, afraid of all bugs, and that was, like, the case. So you never know, you know, just because it looks like that means it's that.
In case you all haven't noticed, you all have like this little envelope type thing that's taped shut. When I say open it, not yet. Inside, there's a symbol. It matches with 4 or 5 other people. When you open it, get with that group of people who have the same symbol as you, and they will be your group for today. All right, open it. Okay, so Zarya just passed around some bags. And inside each bag, you will find a die. Each side has a different question on it. The questions are, why do we make assumptions? Tell about a time you made an assumption about someone, a time you made an assumption about an event, a time you made an assumption about yourself that wasn't true. How does it feel when people make incorrect assumptions about you? And is it possible to make a positive assumption? Now, there are 5 to 6 people in each group, so make sure you each answer a different question than someone else. Roll the dice to pick your question, and if it's already been done, roll it again or just pick one. Alright, so I'm going to get 1 volunteer per question. So would someone like to tell me about a time that you made an assumption about someone?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, an author came to our school, and like when I saw her, I automatically assumed that she was like the perfect student. She got straight A's all the time, and she never got in trouble. But she told us a story that like that wasn't the case, that she had like ADD and dyslexia, and she was putting in all of her student classes and stuff, and that her life was super hard, and that's why she's like that.
Awesome. Alright, so can someone tell me about a time you made an assumption about an event?
In 5th grade, we had spring dance, and only 5th graders had it, and had it every year. And so all throughout elementary school, I had all these parents who about it, and they gave me my orders to life. And I would just be the best dance ever. And we got there, it was just super awkward.
Will someone tell me about a time you made an assumption about yourself that wasn't true? Eli.
Like every day, whenever we take a test at school, and I'm like, ooh, like I killed that. I get
Awesome. All right, will someone tell me about how does it feel when people make incorrect assumptions about you? Kaylin.
It doesn't feel nice, I guess. It just kind of feels like especially if they haven't taken the time out to get to know you. It's kind of, it just sucks. It's like, do I really seem that way to you?
All right, will someone tell me about, do you think, is it possible to make positive assumptions? Jeremiah.
I feel like, well, what you're assuming about the person could be positive. It's not a positive thing to be assuming anything about anyone, because you believe that there's a certain type of person, and you don't understand that everyone is like a puzzle basically, and you haven't put all the pieces together yet. So you can't just assume that, you know, for example, that this guy is a jock, so he's not smart, or this guy is a nerd, so he can't do sports, etc., etc. Because you feel like there's a certain type of person, and you've already discovered everything about them.
Okay, the question is, why do you think we make assumptions?
I feel like as humans we have to identify what something is and like, you know, like hold something as, wow, this is what this is, and then it's just like everything else is like a thing. Because okay, so if we don't assume, we don't like mystery, we want something to be identified as something, so we can assume this and then we're good. We don't really need anything else. But when we learn, that's also setting it as like, as something. But we assume because we need to place something as it being a thing. So I think that that's why we might make assumptions.
Just to like restate it, we make assumptions sometimes because we're afraid to ask. Assumptions keep us comfortable, and sometimes like we're not aware of our perceptions of certain things, so then we assume. Alright, so we're gonna do another group activity, and inside your bag there's an index card. On the front of the index card you're gonna write 3 negative assumptions, and on the back you're gonna write 3 positive assumptions. Alright, can I have my volunteer Sadie to come up? Alright, we're gonna do an activity to show like assumptions. Can I have one person from each group to stand up and read off the negative side of their card?
I suck, I can't do anything right, and I'm going to fail at life.
She hangs out with the bad crowd, so obviously she's mean and makes bad choices. They're hanging out without me because they don't like me. They're so different from me, we wouldn't get along.
Okay, so Sadie is wrapped up in the negative assumption. Does anybody want to share about like how you perceive this? Jackie.
It's like really constricted, can't really like move around. It's really kind of sad.
Anna?
Well, it's like, it wasn't like her thoughts, like it was other people's thoughts, like, pushed like onto her. So like, it wasn't her. That makes sense.
When you're wrapped up in negative thoughts and negative assumptions, you're like, and it takes over your life, you can't function.
Just to reiterate what you guys said, negative assumptions can like limit you from new connections you make with people, new relationships, and stuff like that. And so we have scissors to symbolize positive assumptions. So can one person from each group share their positive assumption side?
He must be really smart. She must be athletic. She's so positive. She seems like a great friend. She is very together.
You assume that someone is smart. You assume that someone is popular. You assume someone is confident, and you can assume someone is perfect.
Yay!
Just to reiterate again, assumptions, they can become our beliefs, and then our beliefs can be negative or positive about certain things. And as a demonstration was, this assumptions, they can limit you as well. All right, so in PFO, we talked about the vulnerability curve a lot and being vulnerable. And so today, if you're here, I would like you to move farther down this way. And we're gonna do an activity called If You Really Knew Me. And it was a show on MTV a couple years ago. And it's kind of like Meet Me in the Middle, but it's in smaller groups. That's why you guys are in small groups, so people you don't know that well yet. And so we're gonna, each of you are gonna go around the circle and make a statement. And these statements to be like kind of deep. And so you're gonna like you're gonna say something, and you're gonna say that like, if you really knew me, you would know that. And so my example is, if you really knew me, you would know that the first time we had to record blogs with PFO, that I cried because I was like, I'm afraid of failure, I'm afraid of messing up, and so that's why I cried. So that's something that you guys know about me that you didn't know before.
And if you really knew me, you would know that when I was a kid, I used to steal cell phones from convenience stores.
Yes, Charity.
Alright, so does anybody want to share how like this felt to them, or like what somebody shared, how it touched you, or how your perception of a person changed by what they say? Randy?
For me, it's about being honored because people are being so vulnerable and holding that space, but also utilizing the space to share as well.
I thought it was interesting because like after some of us would say one, like another person would say like something about themselves that has to do with that. So it really showed me how like all connected we all can be, and we just don't know